Hello, my guys. You're welcome to my channel. Please, if you're just joining for the first time, consider subscribing. To our returning subscribers, you're welcome. There is a big fire on the mountain, I must confess. I don't want to deceive anybody. I don't want to be a bad news bearer, but this is for real. Okay. A lot of people, they are moving back to Nigeria because of the hostility in the UK. Okay. I know that people, you might think that, okay, you are there in the UK. How come you've survived and you are now, you want to encourage us not to come to the UK? My brother, my sister, I am a full born Naija person. I be Naija guy and I go like tell now the truth. The truth is that it's not easy in the UK. The way it is right now as we speak, people are having huge accommodation problem. Even people that came through the student and they said they want to come and reside in the UK, they want to school so that they will be able, make a better life or a better living. They are suffering. Even a guy of mine, a friend of mine, he got a big problem and he said he's moving back to Nigeria. This was his right word. He said, my guy, Femo, they move back to Nigeria. I not suffer for Nigeria reach like this the way I dey suffer for UK. I almost shed tears for this guy because he was actually telling me his mind, the way he felt. Even I even tried to look for a job for this guy in the UK for him to be able to survive. But my guy, how can you be the government when they have said about if you're a student, you can work just only 20 hours to survive in the country. You have to pay your accommodation, which if you are a single person, that is about 500 pounds. Meanwhile, 20 hours will hardly even earn you 500 pounds. You have to pay for your feeding. You have to pay for your tuition fee. You have to pay for every other fees that is involved. My God, this is not child's play. This guy was suffering in the UK. Not only that, sometimes he spends his time in the cold trying to go look for a job, trying to catch the bus and do all this. And a lot of us, we are not being told the truth. I know sometimes the truth is bitter, but I must tell you the truth. This is the situation of things, in the UK. UK is not bed of roses. A lot of people are facing housing problem, even feeding to eat. Now wahala for this country. So I'm not here to discourage you. I'm not here to say, oh, don't come to the UK. But bear in mind, if you are coming to the UK, I want you to be armed with information like this. I want you to know that if you come to UK, this is what you are likely to face. For where my guy say, in they go back to Nigeria. He said he was returning back to his country because he wasn't suffering like this the way he's suffering right now. So I want to encourage you, if you are out there, you feel say you want to come UK, you don't get everything ready, all your baggages, everything, all your luggages and the rest, you don't put them. You said you want to migrate to the UK. My guy, think twice. Don't go and sell all your properties in Nigeria, all your father's properties and say, oh, you are migrating to the UK for the better life. And you come to the UK, now UK open in mouth, say, see me. You can't do anything, my guy. So I just don't know how to actually divulge this information, give us, yeah. But in any way you feel say you dey come UK, just try as much as possible. Try as much as possible to do the needful. Either you try to put some money aside just in case UK did not work out, then you can fall back home and do the needful because people are moving. It's not a child's play, it's not a joke. You hear on the news, you hear people on the blog posts on the internet saying that they are moving back to Nigeria. This is not child's play. You see, the standard of living in the UK now has gone up. Usually those days they said UK used to control inflation. We say, okay, in Africa there are inflations, they don't control inflation, is uncontrollable. But here in the UK they used to say that, oh, we control inflation, but the way it is now, everything don't skyrocket. You go to the shop, things that you used to get for £1, £2, they are now £5, £6. You'll be wondering what is going on. This is the state of UK that we are living. When I first got into the UK, what I saw, oh my God, I had to do a lot of menial job just to survive. We used to think that, oh, if you're here in the UK, you don't trek, you don't walk a huge distance. I used to trek miles just to get to the place of work. Couple would say, you now put up with the weather. You have to put up with the weather, the cold weather and all that. My guy, you don't want to come to a country whereby you just, it's like you're worthless. It's like you don't have a future, you don't have a life. Some people even, I can't even count the number of times I burst into tears. I was crying because I wanted to have a life, but I couldn't. At that time, the life couldn't surface anywhere. So I want you to just take this piece of information on board. People are moving back to Nigeria, not because they just willingly they want to move to Nigeria. It's because the things that they are seeing in UK, it does not reflect the information they were being informed with. So now it's like everything is contradicting. Before they came to the UK, they had the news that, oh, UK was nice, was good. They had a big hope that if they come to UK, they will offset their debts, they will pay everything out, they will buy a house within the space of 1 or 2 years. But getting to UK, it's not what they expected. And now they are now frustrated, and even the way they used to live back home is even better than the way they are living now in the UK. Have you seen the houses in the UK? Small houses in the UK. Oh, well, I like to share this information because, in as much as I'm telling people to move to the UK, I on my channel, I tell people that this is how you can possibly move to these countries, UK, Canada, and the rest. But I must also disclose the honest truth that is in the UK. So if you know that you made up your mind that no matter what it takes, you are definitely coming to the UK, trust me, if you have this information, you know that your hopes are not too up. So when you come into the system, you know how to adjust into the system. Because people, trust me, the time will come, people will just like, you know what, UK, I'm no longer in this system again. I'm moving back home. There are people that have been in this country for 20 years, 21 years, 30 years. Like, you know what? I'm going back to my country. Because trust me, the code in this country is not a child's play, you know. And inside the code, it's not like now it's code you want to stay at home. It's code you have to go out there to make that money to feed your family, you know. So if you are a couple, imagine that you have to work, your wife have to work, and you have to. If you have children, you have to look after the children. They finish from school, you quickly finish from work, you rush to the school to go pick them. You get a taxi and you bring them home. Oh my goodness, this is a whole lot of problems that people are not talking about. People are just like, oh, UK is nice, it's a nice place. If I get there, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. My guy, I think people should wake up from this. They are lofty dreams, because at the end of the day, it's not going to lead you anywhere. It's going to get you discouraged. It's going to make you feel that life is worthless. Meanwhile, life is not as you might seem it to be right now because you are getting through all this hustle and bustle. But you know, in all that I see, I think that people should be informed before they come to these countries. And I just want to, my brothers, my sister out there, if you are facing these problems and you feel that you want to give up in life, I want you to, to also wake up to the reality that it is true. Yes, it is true you are facing these things, but there's still hope. You don't have to give up. People People think that, okay, oh, my friend is bad, my brother is bad. I've been calling them here in the UK. They are here in the UK. They don't want to help me. They don't want to support me. My brother, my sister, not that they don't want to support you or they don't want to help you. They also have their problems they are being faced with. They have problems upon problems that they are battling with inside of them that you might not know about. So don't feel that, oh, they have called my brother, I've called my cousin, I've called my friends. No one wants to help me. Everybody is just selfish. Everybody is doing their own thing. It's not like that. It's because that the system will not allow people to have other burden that will be put on them. So they rather just say, oh, well, if you've got your problem, it's your problem. And you see, most times when people like this are coming to the system, they don't actually inform you. Say for instance, with me, some people will come to the UK and expect me to just brace up and start supporting him. In the first place, when you were coming to the UK, you didn't tell me. You got into the UK now, and now I'm trying to, I've got my own issues I'm sorting out. Then you want to bring yourself into the picture. I would have loved to help, but because you are not part of my plan at that moment, I won't be able to make that move for you, So my brother, my sister, try to understand the system. And if you get into the country, more than ever, try to read the news, try to understand the system, try to know, where to seek help, what to do next. And don't just get into the system and be thrown into the deep and don't get informed and just say, oh, UK is hard. You still need to dig deep. Try to find your footing, like my friend that said he's going back to Nigeria. I don't blame him. Maybe he feels that he will be able to do well in Nigeria, because there are some people that are doing well in Nigeria, and they just left Nigeria all in the hope that if they get to the UK, it's going to be better for them. But getting here, the reverse is not the case. I had a friend, we used to attend the same church. What happened is that he came here, he was dating this girl, they were, dating, and they were having life. It got to a point whereby the father invited him that he should come to Nigeria and take over his company. The guy left his girlfriend, he told his girlfriend that he's going back to Nigeria. The girlfriend was trying to persuade him, please try and stay, let's set up a family. The guy said, no, why would he be in the country, struggling, trying to even get his status, his papers, when there's a better life for him in Nigeria. So he went to Nigeria to mind the father's company. And today, although I've not heard, for a long time, I've not heard about, him, what he's going through now, if he's doing well, if he's not. But, the point I'm trying to pass is that some people still make decision that, well, UK can be UK. Well, for me, I'm going back to my country. I'm going to Nigeria to settle down. So don't be deceived, even in terms of some people, I see people that say, oh, I have to come to this UK. I have to try by all means. Even in the relationship terms, some people, they see a viable relationship in Nigeria or in Africa that, oh, this man is ready to marry them. They said, no, they are not. They don't want to. They want to find a man that is in abroad that they want to marry. Abroad is not all it's not all roses, It's not all that is glitter that is gold, There are some things that even you cannot see, that people are just, they are painting it for you to make it for it to be beautiful in your eyes, and you think that, oh, it's all like that. My friend, this is all I want to share, because I really don't have more time to actually go over, because I don't want to start repeating myself. But I hope with this little information I've shared with you, you've picked one or two points to know that, okay, UK is not all roses, all bed of roses. There are some things that are difficult, to get in the UK. So my brother, my sister, I would say you guys take care for now. UK is still, it's still a place to live in if you feel that you can absorb all the stress, all the hassle that you have to go in the country. So, my guys, take care for now, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.